My name is RAGNVALDR. I was born with a tormented soul, destined to face tireless struggles at every stage of my life. However, this same burden became the forge I molded myself with my own physical strength and strong will, comparable to that of the gods themselves. In my early years, I enjoyed a balanced childhood in the kingdom of RAGNVALDR, blessed with the presence of my parents. It was my father who instilled in me the art of war, cultivating my martial prowess and preparing me for the challenges that lay ahead. My God, how I miss those days so much. I wish I could see my father again and apologize. As time passed, the winters in the north grew colder and the summers shorter, plunging the land into a state of deep famine. Faced with this difficult situation, now a full adult, I, along with other brave men of RAGNVALDR, embarked on a perilous journey westward in search of sustenance and riches to ease the suffering of our people. The sea stretched endlessly before us, and the horrors of the expedition took their toll on the weary crew. Amidst the gloom, our perseverance led us to the uncharted shores of Vinland, a dark and untamed continent steeped in the shadows of ancient deities and unknown gods I had never heard of, primarily the god of the deep. I survived, and we set out on a mission to bring back the cube of the deep. The experience toughened me, teaching me some of the skills I would later need to survive. During a hunting expedition for supplies, I said goodbye to my father, and that was the last day I saw him alive. I returned to my village only to witness one of my worst fears materialized before my eyes. The Knights of the Midnight Sun invaded RAGNVALDR to seize the cube of the deep, slaughtering many members of my tribe in the process. This included my wife and son, Hilda and Bjorn, and my parents. That was when I saw my father alive for the last time. My father told me that the cursed guard had come for the cube of the deep. The cube of the deep was a powerful artifact created by the god of the deep. It was an indispensable artifact for entering the lost city of the gods, Ma, Air, the city of the gods. The guard had come to our village intending to buy the cube at an absurdly high price, but since it was a device of utmost importance in our village, they rejected him. The god didn't take this well, and attacked and slaughtered my people. My father died in my arms. I swore to avenge his death and the deaths of my dead comrades. With all the luck in the world, I found 2 wretched knights in the destroyed village and swore on my life that I would make those bastards talk. That bastard told me everything he knew. I let him suffer as much as I could. I searched for that bastard in several villages and learned that the god had been arrested and sentenced to spend the rest of his days in the dungeons of fear and hunger. I was told that the only way to enter the city of the gods was through mysterious dungeons called the dungeons of fear and hunger. The strangest thing about these dungeons was that no one ever knew who built them. There are rumors that they were built by the gods themselves and ruled by humans. With my heart filled with anger and a desire for revenge, I embarked on a quest through the dungeons of fear and hunger to retrieve the cube and to take revenge on the army captain Lagarde for all the pain my people suffered during the invasion. The only problem was that I didn't know where those disgusting dungeons were, but I discovered that some idiots were going to conduct an expedition or a rescue mission to those dungeons to search for a certain rudimer. I didn't care about that fool at all, but these idiots were definitely my guides to those dungeons. I followed them the whole way and finally made it there. Now, I'll find that bastard in the dungeons of fear and hunger.
My name is Sir Surreal, although some people called me the Gaunt Knight. I am brother to Captain Rutimer. We have always been close and we have never separated. We come from the kingdom of Rondeau. Rutimer was the leader of our squad. Our routine was to patrol, catch a bastard, go get drunk at a tavern, and feel a little sorry for a poor widowed blue-haired man. That poor bastard lost his wife some time ago. She was murdered, although most didn't care because he was a damn thief in the past. Honestly, the fool had asked for it. Poor bastard. Unfortunately, Rutimer had become obsessed with some supposedly cursed dungeons, the dungeons of fear and hunger. He wanted to go to those dungeons to try and purify them and put order in that place. It was an almost impossible task. Those dungeons were cursed and several cults were there. It was full of black magic. That, and not to mention that nobody knows who built them, but Rutimer doesn't. He cared. About that, he wanted to try. The kingdom of Rondon forbade him to go there until we arrested Lagarde, the enigmatic commander of the mercenary group known as the Knights of the Midnight Sun. He and his mercenaries were a complete headache for the kingdom of Rondon due to their attacks. That, and because the king of the kingdom of Rondon was not happy that the bastard Lagarde had seduced his naive daughter Ars, and the final straw was that Lagarde somehow tricked the king of the kingdom of Rondon by sending him forged letters. He made it look like Miss Darcy was writing letters asking her father for money to support herself, but the reality is that she was funding his army. We never found out if Miss Darcy knew this or was involved somehow. Somehow Lagarde had managed to copy Darcy's handwriting and write those forged letters. This was the final straw for the king, and he ordered to kill all the Knights of the Midnight Sun and to arrest Lagarde, taking him to the dungeons of fear and hunger. Rutimer, in his obsession with those dungeons, offered to personally take Lagarde to the dungeons. The kingdom of Rondon allowed him to do so, and also decided to grant his wish, and allowed him to take over those dungeons to try to purify them. But we haven't heard from him in months. We all embarked on a rescue mission to the dungeons to try to save Rutimer. By the way, we knew perfectly well that you were following us. You're not exactly small, so that we didn't know that you were following us, friend. The truth is that you are very bad at hiding.